Don't let downtime be your nemesis. Downtime, business continuity and customer satisfaction. Information technology, or IT, has significantly impacted our daily activities, both work and play. Business is no exception, and small to medium-sized businesses, or SMBs, are profoundly dependent on IT systems to support and manage daily operations. Today, we live in a cutthroat, competitive society underpinned by cutting-edge technologies. For your business to stay in the rat race, it needs to run smoothly, no hitches or glitches. Your IT infrastructure and network must be secure and accessible all the time. Reliable and constant support technology guarantees that business momentum, employee productivity, and customer service will be optimized for your company. Since your company is reliant on robust IT systems, there is a causal link between data accessibility and total cost of ownership, TCO. A single event involving minimal downtime will mean lost revenue and productivity. Following this will be a negative impact on your brand reputation and a loss of trust in your company's network reliability. In the past, the IT department was solely responsible for the prevention of downtime. Also, the IT team had to respond proactively to disaster to ensure rapid recovery. However, with our current overwhelming dependence on technology, downtime is now a problem facing SMBs as a whole. SMBs experiencing ongoing downtime issues can suffer significant financial loss, to the point where they can be on the brink of bankruptcy. SMB CEOs and top management must understand the impact and consequences of downtime, short or long. In a typical SMB, executives are constantly working to increase their client base and revenue. Management may not have the time to appreciate the daily workings of their IT networks. As a result, they don't have an accurate picture of downtime frequency. This lack of knowledge and insight means SMBs are at even greater risk of experiencing increased downtime and the financial burden thereafter. SMBs, management, and the IT team. SMB executives are cognizant of the importance of network operations to maintain productivity, profitability, and provide quality service. However, this awareness does not extend to an understanding of downtime frequency and the factors that make their technology infrastructure vulnerable to it. To make matters worse, some companies lack in-house IT staff, so when downtime happens, what caused it and how to fix it are both mysteries. Having in-house IT support isn't always a solution. Many support technicians and engineers don't realize the financial implications of downtime. They need to appreciate that downtime equates to loss of revenue, productivity, and customers. All SMB employees need insight into the probability of downtime and the consequences thereof. If everybody is on the same downtime page, then uptime and availability of vital IT applications can be maximized. This understanding will also impact positively on the cost of an SMB's IT and data infrastructure. The real cost of downtime. The Aberdeen Group, a business intelligence research firm, has revealed that downtime currently costs companies 65% more compared to 2 years ago. In 2011, Symantec published an SMB disaster preparedness survey showing that SMBs lose an average of £4,000 from a single downtime event caused by offline systems and networks. For larger SMBs, this figure can escalate to £20,000 loss for each day of downtime. SMB management must acknowledge and examine direct and indirect costs of downtime. 3 obvious direct costs are: inactive employees are still paid during downtime, sales and revenue are permanently lost, the emergency on-call IT technician who has got the SMB out of their current state of play and up and running again is likely to send an expensive invoice. Indirect costs are more difficult to quantify. Research shows that roughly 62% of all network downtime costs can be attributed to indirect factors such as customers who leave and acquiring a bad reputation. Consider these questions. How could you calculate the exact financial loss resulting from long-term downtime? How long does it take to make a bad reputation good again? How many customers who move on are likely to return? So what does all this mean? Simply that SMB management and IT support have little understanding of the real cost involved in an average network or system outage. Repairing and replacing physical hardware or identifying the root cause of the downtime are cheap compared to the residual costs associated with network failures. Here's the problem. Too many CEOs of SMBs are only alert to downtime costs with respect to repair and replacement. Worse still, they also believe that their business processes are secure and not prone to downtime and data becoming inaccessible. Maybe these individuals need to rethink their strategy and avoid the costly tab that comes with downtime. Infrastructure vulnerabilities to downtime. There are several factors that make an SMB IT infrastructure and data center vulnerable to downtime. The percentage breakdown of the leading causes of downtime are power failure, 48%, accidental data deletion, 31%, employee error, 29%, virus or malware, 25%, application failure, 20%. Zero in on power failures. You can see that power outages are the main cause of downtime of an SMB data center. A UPS, or uninterruptible power supply, provides about half an hour of backup power in the event of a power failure. In this time, you need to safely save your work and securely shut everything down. But a UPS is not without its own problems. A battery will not retain its charge forever. Its lifespan can be eroded by half when exposed to high temperatures or when it's left uncharged for an extended period. UPS-related failures are particularly expensive, as are generator failures. How do you zero in on vulnerability due to power failures? Easy. You need to have in place a reliable system to back up critical data and applications in the event of equipment failure. This will minimize the impact of any power outage and ensure that catastrophe does not strike your data center and consequently your business operations. Zero in on accidental deletion and employee error. To err is human. That's fine in moderation. Unfortunately, the frequency of human error causing downtime is high. Accidental data deletion can occur when backup errors are made. A power cord is unplugged. IT engineers do not adhere to routine maintenance and alert monitoring, or when an error in judgment is made during an emergency. A recent study conducted by the IT research and advisory company Gartner Group revealed that an estimated 80% of downtime is due to human and process error. How do you zero in on employee error? This one is a little trickier. You can hire the most competent and experienced engineers, but if they make one critical mistake, this will lead to a downed network or your data center. Proper training and communication are critical, especially when you consider the exponential growth of new technologies and the learning curve that comes with them. So, even if somebody is having a bad day, knowing that your SMB has an umbrella backup strategy gives you peace of mind. Your business continuity will remain unaffected when somebody erroneously pushes the delete button. Zero in on virus, malware, and hackers. Disruptions caused by viruses and malware are becoming increasingly prevalent, and hackers are more sneaky and slick. On top of this, we are now also threatened by ransomware. Too often, SMBs are complacent and think that they're not vulnerable to attacks from malicious software, applications, and hackers. These SMBs need to think twice. A survey conducted by the National Cyber Alliance and Symantec discovered that 77% of SMBs confidently believe that cybercrime poses no risk. An unprecedented 83% admitted to having no formal countermeasures against cybercrime. SMBs need to appreciate that the threat extends beyond their data security. Cybercrime puts sensitive customer data at risk and, by extension, the SMB's bank balance. So, how do you zero in on cybercrime? Well, there's no guaranteed solution, but changing passwords regularly is a start. Also, passwords need to be strong. There are many sites on the web, such as the Password Meter, where you can check the strength of a password and how long it would take to crack. Also, in the high-tech world of cloud computing and virtualization, not backing up data is inexcusable. Using these technologies, you can cost-effectively back up the entire contents of a server, including data, applications, patches, and the operating system, and all into one software bundle or virtual server. Zero in on application failure. Applications and their components are often the transgressors causing recurring downtime. While virtualization has clear advantages, it also means that application overlap occurs in your IT infrastructure to save storage capacity. So what does this mean? In simple terms, a single small application component failure will impact many applications. How do you zero in on application failure? This is straightforward. All components of your IT infrastructure must be profiled. There also needs to be a knowledge and understanding of what each application does. This means knowing the hardware resources used by each application and the software it integrates with, and in this way you can effectively recognize and monitor potential failure points. Avoid the downtime blues. Companies, large and small, are increasingly vulnerable to downtime. In spite of this risk, many SMBs choose to ignore the threat. This behavior is underpinned by a notion of, "Oh, it'll never happen to us." The disasters lurking in the background and causing downtime should not be confused with natural ones, such as floods or fires. The true disaster culprits are factors that make themselves apparent every day. Networks and data centers experience downtime from power failures, human error, cybercrime, and application failure. These downtime risks are real, and when an SMB frequently suffers from one or more of them, fatal business consequences ensue. So, what do you do to avoid those downtime blues? CEOs and top management of SMBs must assess their data risk, have quantifiable down cost figures at hand, and enhance their data recovery efforts and processes. Conventional and somewhat outmoded disaster recovery methods such as on-call IT support and using backup disks are expensive. These methods are time-consuming and a drain on resources. Furthermore, stored data on backup disks is often off-site. This means that downtime is extended, since data will have to be brought on-site for IT infrastructure and data recovery to be implemented. Many SMBs now utilize cloud computing and virtualization technologies as an inexpensive way of preparing for downtime and to avoid the loss of vital business data. Recently, Symantec conducted a disaster preparedness survey in which 26% of SMB executives stated that their reason for deciding to move to a virtual server infrastructure was to be prepared for any disaster. 32% of executives admitted that a rapid recovery time was their reason for using the cloud, while 30% chose the cloud because it minimizes downtime. What is the best way forward for SMBs wanting to use virtualization and cloud computing? They should seek help from managed service providers, MSPs, who have knowledge and experience of trending technologies. MSPs can guide SMBs with their disaster recovery strategies and also implement new, reliable technology systems. The MSP will offer a 24/7 Network Operations Center, or NOC, and that provides remote monitoring and management solutions. The MSP also has an ongoing help desk to ensure that disaster recovery action is taken immediately and also to help SMBs with backup and data and systems monitoring and troubleshooting. So, to cut a long story short, accessing a NOC and MSP 24/7 help desk promises sound data protection, minimal downtime, and uninterrupted business continuity.